Welcome, folks, to Cybersecurity Awareness TV. I'm your host, Dr. Mac Jackson Jr. Folks, this week we have an update that I'd like to provide to you guys. But before we get started, let me talk to you about what's going on here in the state of Nevada. Last Sunday, there was a cyber attack that affected our residents here in the state of Nevada, where hackers came in and used ransomware in order to acquire personal identifiable information of residents from governmental services throughout the entire state, including 911, DMV, highway patrolmen, and other state services for residents. So let's go back, folks, and talk about something that we've talked about here on our show for years, and that is ransomware and what these type of attacks are, who they are, and who the attackers are. The attackers could have been anyone from anywhere around the world, including nation states, hacktivists, underground groups, organized crime, and more. We as residents of Nevada should stay vigilant and stay cyber aware and how to protect our own personal information. And I will have some tips for you at the end of this broadcast here to let you know what you do to protect yourselves. But until then, I'd like to share with you some information that came to us from our friends at News 3 here in Las Vegas.
A cyber attack on the state that happened on Sunday, causing frustration from those needing the help.
Now what happens, you are having people who need food or need their utilities on. I mean, it's over triple digits in the desert.
Lori Taylor also left the office disappointed. She was able to meet with employees, but says the news was not good. She says the insurance she gets for her disability has been impacted.
They told me that I have to come back with documentation, and they don't know when they'll be able to process my information. Now I have to pay co-payments that I don't have money for, and I'm getting charged for missing appointments and things like that.
As the state works to recover essential services, the investigation into the cyber attack continues. Cyber experts say it's not an easy process.
Now that it is moved into the criminal investigation, they're looking at who created this particular type of attack and what type of information was compromised or exploited. It could have been records that were read and not touched, or it could be records that were actually physically taken off the servers.
And a reminder to everyone, there are steps you can take to prevent from being scammed right now.
So folks, as we can see, that this is very devastating to our state, but it's not just the state of Nevada. It's all 50 states, and of course around the world as well. This could happen to any municipality or governmental agency. But as residents of your particular states, there are some things you can do to protect yourselves. And here on Cybersecurity Awareness TV, we want to offer you some things you can do today to protect yourself. Now that we've known that this particular data breach that happened in the state of Nevada, and investigators are working on it to determine what types of data was stolen and how much of it was stolen from the servers. As individuals, we can start now by protecting ourselves before we are told that our information was compromised. Number one, first thing you do is monitor your accounts. All three credit reporting agencies here in our country, including Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Freeze your credit. Freeze your social security number, making sure that no one can use to get credit in your name without your permission. So that's one of the things that you could do. You can do that today. Next, make sure you change your passwords on all of your accounts. This is including any state agency's websites that you've been on, that you have set up, your business, Secretary of State's office, going down to Human Services offices here in Las Vegas, throughout the state. If you are on DMV site as well, change your passwords. And by doing this, folks, you also use a password manager. Now, for those who are not sure what a password manager is, definitely you can go to my website at macjacksongr.com. That's macjacksongr.com to find out how to use a password manager for something. But this is something you definitely should have. You should also use multi-factor authentication with your bank, with your phone company that you have your phone services from, and any other website that you visit. Have two-factor authentication coming in. Also, folks, be prepared in the future if you get phone calls coming in from sources that you cannot verify, stating that they have special services or programs to offer you for a fee. These could be ways of social engineering by cyber criminals trying to get your personal identifiable information. So definitely protect yourselves. And of course, our last one, folks, if you find out that you have been involved in some sort of exploit or a crime by a scammer, definitely report it to the authorities immediately. You'll start by reporting it to your local police department to get a police report, and then we'll escalate it up. You should escalate up, that is, to the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, Federal Trade Commission, folks. In this way, you'll be able to have an extra layer of protection. Now, folks, what this means is that we have to take our own responsibilities of protecting ourselves and not depending upon law enforcement and other agencies to protect us. We can do things ourselves. So these are just some of the steps you can take. So to find out more about these, folks, how to protect yourself from this, again, you can go to my website. That's at macjacksonjr.com or Vanderson Cyber Group, folks. Vanderson Cyber Group. It's the name of my company. Or talk to your local cybersecurity experts or attorneys in your area for help as well, folks. We must be able to do this. I want to thank you guys again for joining us here this week on Cybersecurity Awareness TV for this breaking story and update on this state data breach attack we have here in the state of Nevada. For more information, definitely check out my website, or also you can check out News 3. There's News 3 here in Las Vegas as well. Thank you, folks.